this. Say, lick, what is it? Lick me in my pee hole. One of her famous lines, lick me in my pee hole. Mm. The future people will refrain from reporting these. I know. I wish they would. The one and only Miss Tina. Yeah, lick me where I pee. Yeah, beauty hours. That's how she said. Yeah, lick me where I pee. Yeah, well. Hello, it's me, the one and only Miss Tina. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She could curse like a sailor. She could drag. Oh, she passed away yesterday, or early yesterday morning. But yeah, she could talk like a sailor and drag like no other. I tell you, she could drag like no other. I tell you. Mm. Oh yeah, she'd say, "Swipe and invite, swipe and invite." Yeah, she passed away. Yes, she did. Yeah, she's the only queen. I tell you. I know, Kelly. I was too. I woke up to zillions of messages. It's like, oh, it's like I saw my looked at my phone and my Twitter was filled. It's like, oh my god, something must have happened. And it's like, wow, got the news. And yes, good or bad. She was quite the character and quite entertaining. Like I said, you know, yeah, strutting around New Orleans. Yeah, yeah. Her meetups. That's another thing I'm gonna miss about the meetups. The meetups she would do. She met like what 30 people. Well, Glee. How do you know it's fake, Glee? Don't mute him. Don't mute him. I mean, how do you know it's fake, Glee? I think that's how you pronounce your name. Your mother should have swallowed you because I've known him for a long time on this app. You don't think people can have issues with people, but then I've had issues with I've had issues with Miss Tina in the past, and we fought. I mean, we fought. I don't know how many times, but at the end of the day, he talks so much trash on everyone, and now he's all like, "Let's stick together." Yeah, but is it Glee? Is it time for all of this though? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about, Glee? You talking about Snoop Dogg? Hold on, Susie. Are you talking about Snoop Dogg, Glee? In a respect for Miss Tina, could you kind of like I don't know, more or less sit on your hands? I don't know you. I know you like I don't know who you are. I mean, I've seen you around, but people are entitled to their opinions, but let's not make it about Snoop Dogg. It's about Miss Tina passing away, you know. I know it's hard. I mean, good morning. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. If you were close with Miss Tina, and I can understand you being upset if you think people are being fake or not. Some probably are. I'll give you that. Some people probably are giving fake sympathy. People do that. It's hard to see people being fake on. I understand what you're saying. So don't mute him. I can understand where you're coming from, Glee. I do. I really do.
So, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just just having a Glee here is he's kind of upset about Snoop Dogg, talking about everyone coming together and all this. He says he's fake and phony and all this. I just think, it's not time for it. But I can understand his point because, there probably is people that given, her passing or acting, fake or whatever. It happens. I'll give him that. It happens. You understand that.
Well, yeah.
It happens in life, So no, yeah, I understand you, Glee. Yeah, I'm just glad, her mom, no, I mean, Miss Tina's mom knows now, and
Now
don't
you
worry,
got,
everyone will be at
got
everyone's. Well, that's true. Everyone will be at everybody's throat next week. I guarantee it. It always happens.
and
If
and her parents are old too, so this could be devastating to them.
Yeah, it's like when everyone was thought after Sarah passed and things would change, but you're right. We'll be at everybody's throat by next week, or even a day or two. Just that's Periscope for you and people in general. So that's not going to come as a surprise. But at least for a day, we could all celebrate our life and remember the good times and some of the funny time. I know you probably got lots of scopes, don't you, Mike? You
Uh,
know,
I had them on my old account, but that account got taken down.
yeah.
So
See, that's what sucks about people taking people's accounts.
the best scope ever was that everybody said was the Dr. Phil soundboard. Um,
See, I never did see that one.
that was the that's how me and Tina met and how everything started was um it was like July the 4th. Was it the 4th? I think it was July 4th, and 2017. And we were, or I was going at Jimmy Soroka really big time, and someone's like, "Oh, you got to see this guy with a wig on asking for money sitting in his car." And so I went over, and he was like, she was scoping, asking for donate, 5 or 10 to get her somewhere. She was trying to get out of some. I don't know if she. I think she might be in New Orleans. Then I'm not sure. No, she was in Carolina, I think, or was she in Pennsylvania? Because I think we were talking about him, and we were talking about Soroka and her teaming up and riding together. And she threw her phone number out, and I'm like, well, this would be fun. So I pulled up a Dr. Phil soundboard and called her on it, and she was sitting there talking to the soundboard like she was talking to a regular person, but she couldn't tell it was Dr. Phil. And
Oh my lord! I didn't hear about this. Wow.
and so I hit up a thing where it says, "Are you on drugs?" And she's like, "No, I don't do drugs." And he's like, "Well, maybe we can get together later and smoke some crack or something." And she's like, "I told you, honey, I don't do drugs."
Oh my! I didn't get to see that.
And
Wow.
um and then and then she said, Dr. Phil says, so you go into the grocery store and steal groceries? She's like, "No, I don't."
Somebody has to have that, Mike.
um, well, somebody email it to me, but I can't get it in my email because of course my phone's gone. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe they could email it to you or somebody else, and they can play it
Yeah,
because
if
it's
anybody
one
has
of
it, send
the
it to
funniest
my
things ever.
Twitter. It's Donlod Trump. I'll play it.
But yeah, it was uh, I don't know how I got through that scope without dying laughing because it was everything I could do to keep
From
check on
laughing.
myself, or she didn't hear me talking or laughing in the background, and it was hilarious. And
So
then
you said that was their first meeting with Miss Tina, Miss Tina.
that's my very first interaction with Miss Tina was the call in with when I called her on a soundboard.
Oh boy, oh jeez, I never saw that. See, I didn't know how you guys met.
And
You
then,
know,
then when she finally hung up on me, she got back on the scope and says she was talking to somebody. She's like, "You need to get in touch with me. This fool with Greenpeace wants me to take somebody with me across country, and I think they're going to tie me up, put me in the woods somewhere."
I think my first interaction with Miss Tina was, I mean, I heard of her. I remember you, I don't know how you guys were fighting and stuff, but I was going in your scopes at the time, and Miss Tina happened to pop into mine, and I was like, wow, this is an honor. Miss Tina's in here and stuff, and and
Yeah,
we
I
hit it
harassed her
off,
a
and
lot. I mean, we harassed each other. We had a huge fight, but
oh yeah,
we worked everything out, and then we had planned on meeting up in October or sometime this month.
yeah.
It
Then
was 4th of July. Okay.
we came pretty close and stuff. But every time I'd come into Miss Tina's scope, I used to have the account Dallas 1976, the year Dallas started, that TV series. And she'd
Yeah.
say, "Hey, Dallas, could you put," I couldn't even get a hello out. And she said, "Hey, Dallas, could you put $20 in my, hey, can you put $20 in my PayPal?" Every time I could come in there, I couldn't even get a hello out.
Yeah.
Asked me
Yeah.
to put $20 in her PayPal. So, she wouldn't
But I
do
mean,
it in my scope, but she'd do it in her scope. Hey,
but
Dallas.
well, here's something she would do. And she said she needed money. She was gonna go somewhere and do something. If people gave her money to do it, she wouldn't actually did what she said she was gonna do. She wasn't like
Yes,
fake.
Donlod.
She wasn't like Jimmy. Oh, give me money. I'm gonna go here. Give me money. I'm gonna go there, and not do it. When you gave her money, she went and did what she said she was gonna do. So that's one thing you can love her for is that she actually said what she said she needed money for. She did it with it. So
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I need money to drive across country. Well, gave her money. She drove across country.
I found out about Miss Tina through Jackie Scopes, and yeah, I just noticed, through Conger, because Mike would, talk about her in a scope, and she came into my scope, and then our first falling out was um the John Burkle stuff when John would come in my scopes and harass me and stuff. We kind of went back. Me and John would have this thing where he'd come into my scope and fuck with me or whatever, and I think we both enjoyed fucking with each other at the time. He'd laugh about it, and then the stuff. Then Miss Tina didn't like it, so she started going in John's scope. You know, harassing him or whatever and stuff. And then that's when all that stuff with and of course I egged it on a little bit, after he assaulted her and stuff, saying, "Hey, yeah, it's a hate crime and all this stuff," and it was just a crazy time, back then.
Yeah.
Then after they made up, she blamed me. She blamed me for getting into it with John. Oh, jeez.
Well, she actually told me not too long ago that that I should have put that to rest. And she's like, get just leave it alone with John. Let it go. He's with her. He's happy. Let it go. And then
Yeah.
I think I saw something that Scope. I think I saw something that uh, Pink posted or did on Scope, and that made I was just like, they're right. This just needs to be dropped and let go. And so I went into my Twitter accounts and just took down everything on her kids, him and his kids, even, and I messaged them on their Fuck You Friday account. And I said, if you can find anything else that I have not found, let me know. Take a screenshot of it. So I have the date and everything, and I'll go back and take it down. So, but you know,
And saying it's not, things like this, can happen. It can happen, when you have these beefs with people on here. Sometimes it's time to let it go,
yeah.
you know. And I'm glad that you guys are, I'm not saying you guys are gonna be buddies or anything. At least,
Oh
hey, if
no,
you're in a scope, you could be cordial.
yeah, we're probably never gonna be friends or anything. We're probably not ever gonna hang out for dinner or anything.
Yeah.
But at least we can be adults and do the right thing. So
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a very true. I just wanted to bring up something, Don. Thanks for letting me call in. Um, I just want everybody to remember how hurtful and horrible people were. Conger, that includes you, Don. I think you too to agree. Keen, especially. For almost a year, people went after Tina, and you know what? Tina gave it back too. But I just want everybody to remember that because some of the shit that people say and do on here is just completely whacked out. And there's no need to be. We can certainly bust on each other and call each other names and do shit. I get that. But some of that stuff was just downright nasty. And
you're
it
right.
continues to happen, you know. And Conger, I give you mad props for squashing that whole Pink and Burkle thing and just being like, you know what, enough of this shit. Life's too short. But I just want everybody to remember that because some of this stuff is just nasty, nasty, and just have that a little bit more of that consideration for each other. We can still be assholes and bust each other, but when you go too far, you go too far, you know.
Totally agree.
And rest in peace, Miss Tina. I know you're giving us a big fu with those fingernails, saying "fuck you, bitches." Rest in peace, Tina.
RIP.
Yeah, lick me where I pee. Yes, indeed. Ha ha ha. Oh, Teddy. I remember the good times. I'll just remember the good times. And like I said, yeah, we've, I mean, Miss Tina said a lot of nasty things about me, and I said a lot of nasty things about her. But
Do you remember when
like I
she?
said, I won't forget that she stuck up and said, when people were calling me a pedo, and she said it wasn't right, and she wants no part of it, and she spoke up about it. She knew it was right, and I won't
Do you
forget
remember?
that about her.
Do you remember when she was walking out of that bar and she hit her head on like a
Oh
log?
God, yes, I remember that. That was, oh my lord.
That was like the
Yes, I do remember that. Like I said, someone needs to. I know she did scary. She, like we, like so. I'm glad at the end that we could talk and have fun again. You know, I tell you, I don't know if she done it with you. Any of you guys that fought with her or she didn't like. Did she follow you guys on your account after she'd get a new one?
Yeah, she would follow. She had actually met every day. She was messaging me, follow this account, follow this account, follow this account.
Even when we were fighting and I had her blocked, boom, she would follow me on her new account.
Well, she wanted her haters in there because that was her thing. Uh,
Yeah, oh, she enjoyed the back and forth.
and yeah, she wanted it back and forth because that was true scope material, and she wanted you to come in and fight with her.
And I'll tell you, like she said the last time we talked about it, she went into the lion's den with when she went into sushi scope, when they had 300, we was just talking about, she had 300, we was talking about on Big King scope, she had over 300 people in there, and she wasn't afraid to call in, and you know that's what I'm
Yeah,
forgetting about. She wasn't afraid to talk.
no, she's not. She wasn't. She was one that would, she would fight for what she believed in.
Fight, and she'd get up there and call in no matter what, and she didn't mind uh people joking on her. She had a great sense of humor. That's one thing people didn't realize. She had a sense of humor.
Yep.
Cause you remember that scope where John did the Keen, and Miss Tina was getting him from behind or whatever. That
Yeah.
picture. He laughed at it. He thought it was funny. See, Miss Tina has humor. She thought it was funniest thing.
Told Dre I'll climb you like a giraffe.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who has the book, Miss Tina. Do you know who has it, Mike?
I have no idea.
I don't know who has that book.
Um,
I tell you, her story would be a great story to tell. I'll tell you that. Yeah, she's very highly intelligent. Val has it. Wild Woman. Maybe in a car. Well, I hope those people she was staying with, if it's in a car, I hope those people didn't take it.
Man.
Yes, Miss Tina passed away. Yes.
Conger, I have. What do you have? Lisa has something. Do you have the Dr. Phil scope, or do you have the book? Oh, the book. Okay.
Oh, you have the book. Okay. Maybe somehow get that to her mother, or somebody could send it to her.
Somebody should go on and read it. Somebody should come live and read it some night, like where everybody can hear. Because I'm sure we're all in it.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Phil scopes are on YouTube. Wait, what Dr. Phil scope? It's on YouTube?
Is it? What's it under?
Dr. Phil scope is on YouTube. Bad audio. Crap. Okay, wait. What's it under? Hang on. What's it under? Let me look it up real quick.
I can read and write at college level. I'm trustable. Yes, you are, beautiful Mary. Beautiful Mary.
Dr. Phil Conger talks to Miss T. Hang on, let me look it up. With my
Yeah, she
surround
passed
sound, I might go
away.
do something with the audio.
Lisa said you guys spoke last year.
Okay, I remember you now. Okay. Dr. Phil Conger talks to Miss Tina.
Yeah, if you can play it, Conger, that'd be
Hang on.
great.
Dr. Phil Conger talks to Miss Tina. Oh, shit, that's not what I said. Dr. Phil Conger talks to Miss Tina. I hate damn voice remotes. Okay, here it is. Let me see how it sounds. You can. Said you were sending me something, right? Well, he's a fraud, so we're gonna call her live. Hang on, let's see. Call her live right now. I can't regroup. I can't stop until I complete my mission. I'm sorry. I'm determined. Yes, on July 4th. I have to do what I have to do. Oh, okay. I talked to Jimmy. Oh, that's not true. I was going to get her and Jimmy hooked up to take a ride together. And what? You know, he's got the money to help get out there. And you're going to Vegas. Oh, yeah. She's trying to get to Vegas. I'm just saying what I know. I don't think anything left at the Go to Vegas where he can get to LA and get out of on Periscope at the gas station. And help with gas. On Periscope where he's harassing the shit out of everybody. I want you to see he's real. But you need to watch a couple of his to see if you can put up with him or not. Honey boo boo. Oh. What did I say? No, I didn't send him $20. Yeah, y'all need to go watch this. This is. This is funny. Oh my god! It's somewhere on here. How far is it in? Yeah, I have to go back and try to fix this. They want me to take somebody all the way to the bottom in my car. Not funny. It's called Feet Peace. It's called Feet Peace. He looks older than that. It's called Feet Feast.
I need $220. Is Jake scoping right now? That'd be perfect.
All right, hang on. Let me go to part 2. Maybe part 2 so we have it. The call.
Sex with a man. That's right. Let me rephrase that again. It says that this man. To me, to be a very honest and straightforward.
Okay, here we go. It's on part 2.
How do you feel about what you do? What do you mean what I do? I feel I do what I want to do. It really doesn't bother me. I don't feel nothing sweet. I don't really feel anything. I'm numb. I'm not. You seem to me to be a very honest and straightforward individual. Oh, how honest and straightforward? I don't fucking know. Right-eyed and bushy-tailed. Honey, you told me all that something's wrong with me. He who yells loudest and last ain't right. I'm not here for you to push stuff. I'm just here until I gotta do this live and get work. I work. I'm coming up. Donlod. I do not do drugs. Okay? Are you avoiding reality? Honey. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a couple of questions. I just think you're a little bit out there for me. I want you to start living as a gay woman. Honey, I'm living as a transgender woman. Don't please tell me how to live, alright? Okay. That's fine. Yeah. You can do whatever you want, but you know something? I really don't think I want to do all these people. After all, I'd rather just go on my merry way and say thank you. Thanks, but no thanks, honey. And tell me why. Because you seem fucking weird. That's why. I'm not into your fucking gospel, strange fucking shit. It's like that fucking Jim Jones shit.
Jim Jones.
A lot of things about your little fucking Operation Honey. And that is, I want you to really, really, really search your heart and try to forgive yourself for everything that has transpired thus far. Do you go into the store and steal groceries? Yes. But you know what? You're fucking bad. So anyway, I hear the conversation. Where was the bath over? We get there. That's where I am for my money. You still have to cloud my judgment. And if I don't feel that it's my baby, trust me. You are divorced, right? 3 times, honey. 3. Yeah. But you would have known about that because you're gay, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know about pussy? I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Do you agree that you smoked? That I what? Do you agree that you smoked? Yeah, I'm lighting a cigarette right now. You speak that. Do you agree that you smoke pot? I don't smoke pot. I told you I don't do drugs. I'm a drug pimp. Well, good for you, honey. I don't do drugs. You don't have the right to do that. You know, honey, maybe I think that I should just go to the police and tell them all about this little thing here and see what they have about. Right? How about that? Whatever. It's not whatever, it's what is, okay? It's what is. Okay. It's what is, honey. Yeah. It's what is. It's what is, honey. I think you're out there, sweetie. I think just want to call and remind you, you don't matter. No, really? It doesn't bother me. You know what? Yeah. I mean, you know why it doesn't bother me, sweetheart? So you know that I don't matter. See, I beat you to it this time. You can just write me off, and you can get mad at me. I'm expendable. That's okay. You don't need me. Actually, I'm really having a little fun with you right now. You can get self-righteous till the cows come home. Oh, I'm not self-righteous. Tell me what. that's what fucking thing. And I think all these fuckers are really out there. They're gonna fucking change somewhere else. Let's get real. If we're gonna be real, let's be real. I'm gonna be real. I think they're fucking psycho.
Yeah, I know, right?
How can I help here? You can't. You want to send me money? You want to send me my gas money? Yes. Otherwise, there's really nothing you can do.
No, she had no idea who this was. She thought this was Feet
I
Piece.
will walk your happy ass out of here in 2 seconds. You better stop smoking the pipe. You're doing drugs. I ain't doing fucking drugs, motherfucker. For real. You got busted.
Imagine that, Chrissy.
Paraphernalia. Not me. Yes. Not me. What did you just say? I said not me. You and I are going to disagree on some stuff today. I can already feel it. So you can ask your question. Maybe we should just get that. Yes.
No, he didn't know. He didn't know it was Dr. Phil.
Hello, Dr. Bud.
Yes. Tanya.
Artie.
Something, I'll tell you that.
Okay, now she did not think it was Dr. Phil. She thought Feet Piece was calling her. It's what she thought. She thought it was Jimmy Soroka because she had never seen him or heard him. So when I used the Dr. Phil soundboard, she thought Dr. Phil was Jimmy. It's what it was. Some people were mistakenly thinking that she thought she was talking to Dr. Phil. No, she thought she was talking to Soroka. She had no idea it was Dr. Phil's soundboard or that was Dr. Phil. She literally thought Jimmy Soroka to call you. And so I called from another number, her number, with the and used that number for the Dr. Phil soundboard. And so she thought she was talking to Soroka, not Dr. Phil. So
My sister Yvette. I'm gonna hang up the phone now. You crazy bitch, I'm gonna take you down. I hope you do. Don't waste my time.
Go ahead, Dr. Bud.
Fuck your mother. Fat slob. Go fuck your mother, you fucking creep. You said you got a girl. Whatever you said, I was
then she hung up. That phone call lasted 23 minutes, I think it was. But yeah, go back and watch that. It's called Dr. Phil Conger Talks to Miss Tina Part 2.
What did she say after when she found out it was you doing this?
Well, people were in her scope, or no, people went in her scope.
Trying to tell her
and telling her it was, but she had no idea who I was at the time.
Oh shit!
Yeah, she had no idea who I was at the time because she had gone live and gave her phone number out for people to call and get ways to talk to people and get her money. And she was in Pennsylvania trying to go to Vegas. Soroka was traveling the country and asking for money. So I thought, oh hell, let's team these two up. And that would have been a fucking fun show to watch right there. But well, no, it wasn't me sounding like Dr. Phil. It's a thing you can download. There's an app you can download that has soundboards on it, and you just hit certain words and send it.
Yeah, you did a great job there.
And so that's how that got started. And so I told her, I said, well, I'll get Jimmy to call you and you guys work out the logistics of how y'all are going to do this. She's like, yeah, give me my phone number. So I used, instead of calling her from my phone, I called from my phone. And when she answered, I just started right in with the Dr. Phil soundboard. And then according to what she said, according to what I hit on the soundboard to reply. So, but yeah, she thought she was talking to Jimmy Soroka. She didn't think it was Dr. Phil or whatever. She thought she was literally talking to Soroka. And it was like hilarious. It's like 26 minutes long. I kept her on the phone. But then that really pissed her off. So
wow. That's funny.
Well, I'm glad it's on
I
YouTube.
I
That's
bet she
great.
laughed at it, later
Well,
on down,
she told me after we made up, she's like, there were times I would go back and find that and laugh about it because you really took me for a loop there. Um, but yeah, it was hilarious. And when she called me when we worked everything out, she wanted a copy of it, but my other account had already been taken down, so I didn't have it. But I totally forgot I put. Oh, somebody put this up on Periscope. Okay, somebody has put this on uh, YouTube. Yeah, this was just put up 2 hours ago, so somebody had it and put it up. Now the sound quality is not that great, but if you have earphones on, you can hear everything, or surround sound like I have. I can tweak things and listen to it. But I might come back later today and play this entire. You'll
Yes,
be able
play.
to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'll play the audio. Um, but yeah, it was one of the best calls ever. And then when she came back live. I hope they have this on here. She came back live after the call, and she was like, "Oh my God, this Greenpeace person is like weird. I think they're gonna put me in the woods and tie me to a chair, and and they want to do crack with me." And she was really freaked out. She was scared. She was literally trying to get people to give her money to get out of there because she literally thought Feet Peace was after her at that point. So, in fact, somebody went in her scope, and she was sitting at a gas station. And somebody went in her scope and said, "Yeah, he's over in the woods." And she like quickly left the gas station because she thought that whoever was on Periscope was telling them that. I guess she thought Jimmy was on Periscope showing her car or something. And oh yeah, she got real freaked out. So it was a great prank, but it kind of made her mad. So. But yeah, it's Dr. Phil Conger. Dr. Phil Conger talks to Miss Tina, part 1 and part 2. So whoever put this up there, thank you. That's hilarious
Yeah, I guess. Oh, that was funny.
because it'll be up there
That
forever
was
now.
funny.
Good. Yeah, that was one of the best. That was the fun. The other funny thing I did was before Tina. A lot of people wasn't here at this time. You remember Bree Olson? Donlod, do you remember Bree Olson?
Yeah. Have you been
Well,
watching her Twitter?
No, I don't watch her. But there was
Holy moly, she's been well. Let's just say she ain't. Well, we knew she wasn't shy, but let's just say she's well. Just use your imagination, which kind of picture she's been
that's
showing of herself.
she
Yeah,
was
Twitter raw. Yeah, she's been pretty raw on Twitter.
well she was at one time asking for a lot of stuff, doing a lot of crazy shit on Periscope. Well, one day, they were live on the news here in Houston, taking.
That's right, email. She's back on her game. She ain't shy. She's in the buff.
Well, she was doing something, and then we had a storm come. We had a big storm coming through Houston. Well, the meteorologist was live on TV, and he was taking questions through Facebook Live. And so I typed in, I said, "Is the Bree Olson, what did I say? Is the Bree Olson Bree Habian's tour still going to play at the Woodlands Pavilion tonight?" He read that out live on TV. He's like, "Someone's asking, is the Bree Olson Bree Habian tour still going to be at the Woodlands tonight?" He's like, "Well, maybe you're going to get wet." Oh, the Breops tour. That's what I said. Is the Breops tour going to be tonight? Still at the Woodlands tonight. I have second row seats. And he's like, it's probably going to go on. If you're on the second row, you're going to be under the cover, but everybody on the grassy area is probably going to get wet." And he literally said her name and everything on air. And I taped it and showed it on Periscope, and she got really mad about that. She's like, she told somebody, "Oh, I could have him sued for that," and blah blah blah, and so it was really funny. But yeah, some people remember that.
Yes, the bear is back for Miss Tina.
You need to put a blonde wig on it. Doreen, hello. Hadn't seen Doreen in a long
Yeah,
time.
it's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, what you did this morning was great, Conger, doing, the music and stuff. That was a nice tribute.
That was a
And
hard thing to do. That was a hard one to put together.
yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah. Good or bad, she was quite the character, and she was I don't think anybody was more entertaining than Miss Tina. The wig was great at the end.
Well, the wig will be retired and put away. So, or I might donate it to someone that needs it. Someone has had cancer and don't have hair. I might find someone that could actually donate that too, because it's only been worn very few times. And I got up this morning before I heard about all this, and I was going to do a Reverend Feet Piece thing today, and bring that back, but just couldn't do it. So yeah, she did. She did say she was going to become the queen of Periscope. But like I said, I didn't hear about this until this morning, and yeah, it's crazy. I'm glad I didn't hear about it yesterday morning, because I had a lot going on yesterday. I would not have been able to handle yesterday if I heard about this yesterday. But
Hold on, I want you guys to listen to this. I don't mean to, but let's listen to somebody right now. I got a snap message. Hold on. So I guess I'm content hunting.
you're content hunting?
As of Miss Churchy.
The weaklings die off, and the tough ones are 90 years old hitting you with a cane. Continue. It's a fact.
She has my name in the title, Donlod Content Hunting.
On Scope?
Yeah, let's listen to the beginning of it.
Is she live right now?
Well, she just ended. Well, we'll just see
Oh,
what she's talking about. Speaking of, you put somebody's name in the scope title. I think you're content hunting, Miss. She deleted it. Fuck.
of course she deleted it.
Let's see if I say it. Got it. Come on. Let's see if I got it.
Well, see, the problem with her is you have 193 people in here. I had like 200 something earlier. They're not in her scope giving her attention.
See what it is, Miss Conger? Miss Conger. Conger with. Sorry about that.
Let me grab my
Miss
wig.
Conger. I'm thinking about Miss Tina.
Oh, that's funny, Miss Conger.
Yeah, your new name is Miss Conger now. Miss Conger.
Yes, indeedy.
Yes, indeed. What problem is what Miss Churchy is? She's the one of the most nastiest women on this app. She's vile. She's calculating. All she did it was for his PayPal. You see, she had it in her title, Donlod Content Hunting, and then haven't heard nothing from my landlord. You guys get it with what Churchy does?
Yeah.
She
Dry
does it
begging.
all the time with people.
It's called dry
She needs
begging.
money. She does this shit all the time for money. I won't stop, Camilla. I won't stop.
Yeah, you know what? We don't need to pay attention
I'm
to it.
tired of that woman.
But we don't need it. The more we talk, the more time we give her, the more it's going to give her stuff to talk about. If you just ignore it and let her do what she's going to do, say what she's going to say, it'll quit. It'll end up fading out because nobody's going to pay attention to it. Because everybody.
Right. I'm sorry. It's just. I apologize, Camilla. It's just.
I mean, that's how I have become on this application. I don't care what you scope about me or say about me anymore. It doesn't bother my day. It doesn't bother my life. So, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's just.
Yeah, right. Don't give it fire.
All right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I apologize.
And see, and now here's another thing. I'll say this about her: if she gets deathly ill, she's gonna want all the attention like we're giving Miss Tina, or someone that we give attention to. So
Yeah.
she just it's not even worth talking about. So Scope is still going to be Scope, but for one day you can come together as a group, enjoy each other's company. It's like the one day you go to church. Some people don't only go to church at Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, things like
Hello,
that.
Juanita.
And when you go, you see people you haven't seen in a long time, and some of them you don't get along with, but you're there, you see them, you get through the day. Even with your family members, there's some that show up for Thanksgiving, Christmas, sometimes whatever holiday you don't really care about, you don't talk to, but they're there, and you take that day and you deal with it, you love on them, you take care of them, and then you send them home, and then you ain't got to deal with them again for a year. So you know,
Yeah, you guys are right, and I apologize, Camilla and everyone. It just, I just, it's just that woman
right, Stu, that's right.
out of all days.
Well,
You know, but yeah, it does get old with her, and it's all about. I'll just finish it off with her. It's all about PayPal for her, all about the PayPal. Yeah, that woman will never change. All about the PayPal. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna miss about her doing my voices and stuff. And like I said, I hope you guys can find some scopes where she did do my voice. I think one of my last scopes she did do. I did tell her to do my voice, and I can't believe she is really gone. That's crazy. She was one of the Periscope's best. No lie. Rest in peace. She was human. I was like, love her or hate her, she was entertaining, and everybody watched her. I'd like it when she'd do her little hand gestures. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, Conger guys.
oh,
When Miss Tina would do her little hand gestures in her car and stuff.
yeah. Didn't somebody steal one of her wigs one time when she was in New Orleans? Like she lost a wig.
Oh yeah, someone took her wig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, she had some crazy things happen to her. But I think the funniest one was when she bumped her head.
Oh my God! Look who's
That was
here.
probably the funniest when she bumped her head.
China Red's in the
Someone put
house.
that on loop.
Yeah,
And
I
somebody
did.
put that on
I
loop.
put that on loop. I put that on a loop where she was hitting her head.
That's you? Okay. I couldn't remember who it was, but that was funny. See, yeah, you need to go back. I know she'd have a good, you need to show some of her funniest things and, make a scope out. I know she'd enjoy it.
I need
Wherever
to.
she's at, she would
I,
enjoy it. I know she
I,
would.
I have to go back and piece all that together. But that will be.
We need
I have that
another
on a loop.
Tina. There won't be another Tina on here, Juanita. That's the thing. There won't be. There's only one queen. That was Miss Tina. Yeah. Oh, her one-liners. Oh, I know. She'd say, when we were fighting, she'd say, "Yeah, old Donlod, he's probably at home and effing the stuffings out of his teddy bear."
Oh God.
She'd make me. I remember the first time when Miss Tina we were really really fighting, and she would do my voice, and someone messed with me. Miss Tina's making fun of you. I watched it. I never laughed so hard because I never got mad at it. It was funny her doing my imitation and stuff. I laugh
That
at it.
Well, did you ever see the scopes where I was calling bookstores asking about her book if they had it yet?
No, I never saw that one. You still got it?
I would call. I was calling Barnes and Noble, and I'm like, yeah, I've heard that be at your store doing autographs with her book on how to be fuckerish, and they're looking, they're trying to look it up in their computer, trying to find out what time she's going to be there.
Do you still have that scope?
It was on the account that got taken down.
Oh, geez. See, that sucks when that happens. You know, a lot of good content's taken away because people report and take accounts. You know, that's what sucks.
Oh man,
you know, that crap. She did. I know she did, and she even told me. She knew I didn't like some of the things she would say. Especially the racist stuff. But she knew that hey, we
I
were
loved.
cool,
What
and
was really cool was when
we enjoyed each other. He'd make me laugh. I mean.
What was really funny was
her
when she
personality.
went and talked to people. Oh yeah, Juan. We met Juan at the hotel. We drove Juan crazy. Uh, just one more call. But we were I'm watching her trying to win the Scopia Award, get everybody she could that she didn't even know to vote for her. That was the classic right there.
She was proud of that. She was proud being nominated and stuff. She was very proud.
Oh man, that was like the funniest thing ever. But yeah, she did not have a problem talking to people. She could walk up to anybody and talk to them.
She loved talking to people.
The truck stop confessions. I mean, man,
she loved her puppet.
You were relentless with her. Well, we were relentless. We were at each other's.
Relentless with each other. Oh, geez.
So,
Miss Tina could. Whew. Miss Tina, when she was on a mission, she was on a mission. Yeah, John Tonsil.
Yeah, Tonsil.
Didn't know how to pronounce tonsil. John Tonsil. Yeah, I admit, I still, even though we were fighting, back, over a year ago when the, court stuff with her and John, but I still watch her, I'd watch her on Periscope TV, no lie. She'd start doing my voice and talk about me and that teddy bear. She'd do my voice and I do her voice, and I remember I
think I'm the only one that went out and actually bought a wig and a long black jacket and dressed like her though. I never saw anybody else do that.
You did. You did a parody, and I think Trucker Jeff did a thing with, Trucker Jeff did a thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
he put a wig on or whatever it was and fake teeth, and I think I have a picture of that somewhere.
But man, we had a lot of fun.
Things I'd feel bad.
I don't. And I told him, I said, everything.
By some actions that I did, that, Donlod, you guys know that, and yeah. I had to apologize. This morning I was outside drinking coffee, and what I realized is it's my son's birthday today. He's 20, and my daughter and I FaceTimed him. On Messenger. You know how you can, and my kids and I were going through this real dysfunctional period just because they're young 20s, and there's that. They're trying to find themselves out.
I apologize. I called you Boom. Your voice sounds familiar.
Anyway, so let me finish really quick. So anyways, what I realized in talking to them is all of us came together to tell Gavin happy birthday and love you. And it's kind of the same on Scope. It's the same that we have family on here. Yeah, it's me. And we, it is Donna R. And when something happens, it's people come together. So, and I think the one thing, because I know that a lot of people were upset that all the scopes are gone, is even if people don't get along, they could maybe try and stop banning scopes.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't report anybody.
I don't either.
because people are always going to come back. Like me, I get reported. My accounts usually last no more than 3 or 4 days a week. I'm always going to come back. You know, you're not getting rid of me.
Right. Know? I mean, it's just like with you and Gina Scope the other night. It was such a warm feeling to hear the two of you talk. You know?
Yeah. And, you know, some people, you know, well, I'm not going to mention a name, but they don't like it. People can actually talk. Will me and Gina be best friends? No, she even said we won't be, but at least we can be cordial. And
adults.
I did apologize to her. Yeah, we were adults, and I did apologize to her. And
you did.
I was one of the worst things I ever did on this app. And you know, it just shows Gina's character and kind of heart she has. That I'm not saying she forgives, but she saw the changes that I've made, and she's willing to accept me in her scopes, and we can have fun and enjoy. And it's like that just shows you what type of person she is.
Right. I'm gonna drop. I just nutcases. All of us seem to be at times, and then as rational. I am grateful for all of you guys. So,
who's that? Big Keen. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking.
I'm gonna drop and let someone else call in. Thanks again. So,
sure,
everybody try and have a good day.
Mature gang BS.
Can you hear me, Dawn?
Bye.
Yeah, I can hear you, sweetie. Thanks, Donna. I knew that voice sounded familiar.
One thing I just wanted to say about Miss Tina was I noticed that whenever she stayed with anybody, pets, they were really drawn to her, and she seemed really good with pets, so sweet to them, and they just really seemed to be drawn to her, and I think that says a lot about who she is. Judge people a lot by the way they treat animals and how animals are with them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to drop down.
Okay, beautiful, scary Carrie. Hello, Uncle Richard.
Hey, Don, how are you, bud?
How you doing? How you doing, sir?
Well, my condolences to everybody. You know, to everybody that cared about Tina.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, he might just be the one to bring all of us together. Everybody, you know what I mean? I mean, if anybody knows about me, they know I had my problems. But I will tell you, because I can see my brother Keen in here. I'm the one that caused that problem. He didn't cause any problem. I caused that problem. But you know what? Sometimes you got to get humbled, and if sometimes whenever you strike a match, you go have fire, and that's what happens. But I will tell you this: I lived in Algiers Point for almost 8 years. Whenever I left there, they threw one of the biggest parties that has ever been over there, because the only people that I worked was the homeless people. Now, Tina would be a real big up. You wouldn't call her home New Orleans. The problem they have in New Orleans is, number one, the city of New Orleans is broke. They owe the firefighters like millions and millions of dollars. They owe me $3,000. Huh?
Oh wow! I said, oh wow.
Well, listen to this now. They owe me. The reason I quit my offshore career, because I got hit going 70 miles an hour on the stop sign because the grass had grown up because New Orleans hadn't cut it. They still owe me over $300,000. That's been 1998, and I might get 10% if I ever get it at all, which I probably won't. But what I'm trying to tell you is, New Orleans is a big, big time place for homeless for the simple reason. And I think someone said he was in Algiers. If he's in Algiers, it makes sense because you drive right across the bridge. But also, the reason you got so many homeless in Algiers is because they also have a ferry that runs 6, 7, 8 times a day. So you don't have to go. You can't walk over that bridge. You got to either go by car or you can go by the ferry, right? And so there's a big homeless population over there, and there's a lot of churches that feed them certain days of the week, and everybody knows that. But I will tell you, on the cop side, I had 2 people. One person got murdered that worked for me, and I'm the one that had to call his parents in Florida to get them up there. And then I had another one. They don't really. I mean, unless somebody really gets behind this, if there's something going on, they overloaded. They just really don't. I'm just telling you, I hate to say it, but it's different the way they deal with them. They don't deal with them like they're going to deal with a lawyer that I was building them houses for. New Orleans is a funny area, man. You can. Someone said he got robbed. You can be on Bourbon Street. You can walk 2 streets over, and you're in the worst place there is in New Orleans. And some of those cats over there, like these drug houses you talking about, dude, they exist. And they will take the phones, they will take the shoes, they will take every damn thing. How do I
Oh
know that? Because
shit.
I used to pick people up from houses like that.
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, it's
Not a
overwhelming.
not a good place, huh?
Well, it's a good place for the homeless because it's never too cold. They got a place to eat. They can go to the quarter, catch the ferry, then they come back to Algiers. I'm pretty sure someone said across the bridge, it's got to be Algiers or either West Wego or Marrero. I wouldn't think it was Marrero. Algiers is the closest place to the quarter. It's directly across the river. It's directly across the river, but it's sad, and I hate to hear it, and I will just say this: I made amends with King, and but anybody else on here ever hurt your feelings or ever did anything wrong, I'm right along with everybody, man. All I can ask you is just forgive me. You know, if you get, I don't have anything in my heart toward anybody. I got this little thing. I go do interviews, my own little deal. I'm back in my lane, right? So so man, let's if we do anything, if we do anything, let's change this thing, man. Come on, we don't need a, we don't we. I mean, someone told me King was on there for 8 hours last night. What do you call that? Tina. I mean, we all used to hate each other, but you know what you call that? You call that straight up love, man. That's what you
Yeah.
call it.
I
There's
love.
if we don't change this, let me just say this: if we don't change this, how it's been, then we have achieved nothing, zero. We got to change this, man. We could do things on this app and do it in Tina's name. If you want to do it for somebody, do it. Do it. You know what I mean? But let's change. Let's change it, man. Come on. We're all adults here. We all come together. We come together when something happens. What about with Sarah Jim? I didn't even know her. And when she got on that
Yeah, we
bicycle,
thought things were going to change, but it just went
but
back the same. Few days later,
but Don, you know what? When she got on that bicycle, man, and I didn't even know she was sick. She got on that bicycle, and she was
Yes, she
talking
did.
about. She rode that bicycle. She was talking about, oh, how she hoped that guy at the hardware store was gonna put her basket on. Man, that's real life stuff, there, dude. That's real life stuff. That's real life stuff. So here's our challenge right here. And from what I understand, King started had everybody coming in there. And if we don't, let's come together, man. Come on. Let's come together. Let's love a little bit more. That's what I've been trying to do. Shit, the older we get, I'm 64. Hell, I'm on the other side, dude. I'm looking at 74 long. I ain't got much more time to live. You
Oh,
know what
don't
I mean?
say that. You're going to live until you're a
Well,
100.
I don't want to live till I'm 100, Don. I don't. I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't want to live. I don't want to live be that old, man. I don't want to live. But what I'm saying, though, dude, is listen, man. We only got one life, man. This is real life shit here. We only got one life, man. Let's tell look, let's tell people what you know. I'm sure everybody right now can think of something that they wish they could have said, and they probably wish they could have said it to Sarah and different people. Hell, who knows could be next? Don't wait. Let's don't wait. Let's do it now, man. But I will tell you, Algiers. Speaking of Algiers, you got some places over there where I was building those houses, and I had that houses on HGTV. It was 1 block over from the worst part. If you go 1 block, you pay 300,000. You go 2 blocks over, you pay 30,000 for a house. It's a rough ass place. So that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry for the family, sorry for the people that that cared. That's how quick it can happen, man.
Yeah.
That's how quick it can happen. When I thought about everything with me and King, look, I caused all that bullshit. He didn't even know who the hell I was. I got on that whiskey one night, was stirring that shit with a damn end of a hammer.
Hey, it happens. I'm telling you. Me and
But
King, we just got in a fight not too long ago.
I'm just saying to you
Shit
that
happens.
that it's fun sometimes, but it ain't fun, man. You strike the match, you're gonna get fired. And there's one thing about me: if it comes out of my damn gun, I'm gonna bite the bullet. That son bitch come out of my gun. But you know what? I got him one of the damn nicest steaks he ever put in his damn mouth. I paid off the bet. We cool, and man, let's all try to do it. Because if we don't do something to change this, we have done nothing, man. If it goes back